Hello Mumbai, as promised, we're trying to connect with the Mumbai police to try and get to the very latest on what's happening as far as Cyclone Nisarg is concerned and how are we ready and prepared to handle it. So we're just going to try and connect. Thank you so much. Mumbaikars, of course, they're used to the monsoon, they're used to the rain, but in a century we've not had this cyclone. So everybody wants to know, what should they do? How prepared are we? What steps has the Mumbai police taken?
So, the cyclone Nisarg has is just about to make landfall near the coast of Raigad, and the impact of the cyclone would be on Mumbai also. So for that, we are already started our preparations from the moment the alert was issued. And from our side, all the low-lying areas, the temporary structures, people living in these areas, slums, they have been evacuated to safer places, safer locations, shelter homes, as designated by BMC. We are in coordination with BMC and the fire brigade and power companies and other agencies. NDRF has also been stationed in Mumbai. We are also using the public address systems to announce to people, make them aware of the situation and the precautions to be taken. Traffic diversions are being planned as and when waterlogging takes place to prevent any such stoppage on the roads. So apart from that, police stations have been equipped with disaster and rescue equipment like ropes, hacksaw, tree cutting equipment, hammers, life jackets, and so on, and raincoats. So we are prepared for this eventuality. From our side, we would request everyone to avoid going out right now, stay indoors. The BMC has also issued a lot of directions. Those should be followed, and the best way is to ride it out and not venture out, and to prevent any damage or any loss of life and property. Especially the coastal areas, people should not go there to the beaches or the promenades. And Section 144 order has been issued in that for that itself.
Right. Now, Mumbaikars want to know what is the situation right now because, everyone has heard about the cyclone is coming, it's overcast, it's cloudy. In some areas, there's heavy rainfall, but in other areas, it's not still as heavy. So when we're talking of gusting winds going up to 110, people want to get a sense of whether, are we still far away? Is the storm still far away or is it close by? How do we get ready? And does less rain, does that mean that we are away from the danger zone? Queries like these that we're getting.
Right now, the impact can already be seen. The rainfall has started. The waves, as we can observe across the city through the CCTV system, the waves are getting much more aggressive, and the water level is also rising. As we are getting the input from other districts, the level of rainfall and wind has grown drastically up in these districts like Ratnagiri, Sindur. So for the next few hours, we should not let our guard down. And just because the winds are low at this point of time or the rainfall is low at this point of time in the city, it doesn't mean that we should venture out because they might pick up at any point of time, and we expect that to happen in another hour or so. So we should be completely ready unless and until the authorities tell you to, inform you that the winds have died down or the cyclone has passed the city. We should not take anything for granted and maintain utmost safety.
Right. Now, the other thing also is that after the cyclone passes, what's the protocol then? What should people do? Because they would still not know if there's a damage. Power supply might get cut proactively, just as a precautionary measure. These are something that people will also be concerned about.
So right now, as of now, the power supply and other essential services are being maintained. The communication lines are being maintained, and only in terms of big calamity or the big impact will they be affected. So people need not worry. Also, any such fake news or rumors that people might get or might receive on various social media platforms, they should not believe in them. Trust only the verified sources and channels. I think in the next day or two, the as and when the cyclonic conditions dissipate, the IMD will let us know, and then accordingly the guidelines would be issued from the BMC and other authorities.
All right. And as far as coordination between different teams and different, first responders is concerned, because, we might expect trees to get uprooted, we might expect electricity lines to be down, fire brigade, in fact, the NDRF, the SDRF also here to support the work that you're doing. On that front, how many teams do we have and how is the coordination really working? Is your control room where things are being run from? If you could give us an idea of that.
Right now, the coordination has already started. The disaster management cell of the BMC is active. We are coordinating with them. 2 platoons of NDRF have already entered the city and they are stationed across. We are also in coordination with the Army, Navy, and the Air Force Coast Guard units in the city. And if required, they will be also put into action. Apart from them, our own preparedness is up to the mark, and we have ensured that we are able to face this any situation. We are also in coordination with the power and the communication agencies so that these vital infrastructure remains active throughout the calamity.
Right, absolutely. We don't want to take any more of your time because we believe you'll have a lot more work to do. Thank you so much for keeping Mumbai safe, and do stay safe, and thank you so much for the work that you do. Thank you.
Thank you.